Hi, Phanessa here. In this video, I will be demonstrating how to crochet the Wrapped in Petals shrug. So the pattern is free on my blog. The links are in the description box. You can also purchase the PDF. If you would like to skip to a specific part of the tutorial, the timestamps are available in the description box as well. So this is what the shrug looks like on me. And when I originally closed up the sleeve, I made it come up to about halfway up my forearm. But later I decided that I wanted to continue to sew up because it was falling off and it wasn't snug enough for me personally. So it's really personal preference. So this is a very simple project. It's very easy to customize. You could make it a really large shrug if you want, but this one only comes down about halfway down my back. I used Premier's puzzle yarn. This is a bulky weight, so category 5. And this is what's left of the second ball that I used. So my piece measured 60 inches wide, so from my wrist to my wrist. And for the length, which is the smaller part, the shorter part of the shrug measured about 14 inches. For this tutorial, I'm going to use Lion Brand's Scarfie. This is also a bulky weight yarn. I try to make a swatch with the Premier yarn, and as pretty as it was really hard to see in the video, so I think this one will work out a lot better. There's a standard sizing chart included in the pattern or in the blog, which is linked below. We're starting the shrug on the side, so it's worked from side to side instead of the long way. And so to determine that length, you want to measure from your wrist all the way across your back and then to the other side of your wrist. And then what I did is added 6 inches more because when you pull your arms forward, it sort of stretches that area. I mean, if you don't mind your sleeve rising up, you can just leave it as the measurement that you come up with. If you need to skip around in the video, timestamps are provided in the description box below. For the materials that I'm using Lion Brand's Scarfie. This is their teal and cream color. It is category 5, bulky weight yarn, and you need scissors, tapestry needle. I'm using a USK 6.5 millimeters and a tape measure. Okay, let's get started. I am going to start with a slip knot. For this tutorial, I'm just going to make a small sample. So you want to chain in multiples of 8 plus 2. I'm going to chain 26 for this sample. That's in multiples of 8 plus 2. Row 1, we are going to start with the second chain from the hook. Here's the first chain, and here's the second chain. We're going to work 1 single crochet. Insert your hook into that second chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. For the repeat, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to skip 3 stitches, and then into the 4th stitch, we're going to work 4 treble crochet stitches, all in the same stitch. So we're skipping 1, 2, 3. Into the 4th, yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 at a time. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, that's your first treble. We're going to work 3 more trebles in that same stitch. Feel free to pause or slow down the video if you need. there's 4 treble crochet stitches. We're going to chain 2, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 single crochet in the next. So the repeat will be chain 2, skip 3, 4 trebles in the next stitch, chain 2, skip 3, 1 single crochet in the next. Chain 2, 1, 2, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 trebles into the next stitch. Chain 2, skip 3, 1 single crochet in the next. This will be my last set. Chain 2, skip 3, 4 treble crochets in the next stitch. Chain 2, skip 3, 1, 2, 3 into the last stitch, 1 single crochet. We're ready for row 2. Chain 1, turn your work into the same stitch, 1 single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now in the 4 treble crochet stitches, you're going to work into the second treble crochet stitch. So we're skipping the chain 2, skipping the next treble, and then into the second treble, we're going to work 1 single crochet. Chain 3. So the repeat is 1 single crochet into the next single crochet stitch down here. Chain 3, 1 single crochet into the second treble crochet stitch here, chain 3, 1 single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 3, 1 single crochet in the second treble. So here at the end, we're going to chain 3 and then work 1 single crochet into the last stitch. So right here is your first single crochet stitch from the first row. Row 3, chain 4 and turn. The chain 4 counts as a treble crochet stitch. Into the same stitch, we're going to work 1 treble crochet stitch. So the repeat is going to be chain 2, 1 single crochet in the single crochet stitch here, chain 2, 4 treble crochets into the single crochet here, and then you repeat that all the way across until you get to this last stitch. You'll work 3 treble crochet stitches. Now, if you're catching up on Netflix and get distracted and lose track of where you are in the pattern, just remember that if you see 2 single crochets here, you always want to work your trebles. And where you see the single crochet on top of the treble stitches, you just work 1 single crochet. Chain 2, 1 single crochet in the single crochet stitch, chain 2, 4 treble crochet stitches in the next single crochet stitch, I'm getting close to the end. I'm going to work my 1 single crochet in the next single crochet stitch. Okay, chain 2, and then into the last single crochet stitch you're going to work 3 treble crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Row 4, you're going to chain 1 and turn into the same stitch, 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 single crochet into the next single crochet stitch, chain 3, just like the second row that we worked. You want to work 1 single crochet into the second treble crochet stitch here, chain 3, 1 single crochet into the next single crochet stitch, chain 3, 1 single crochet into the treble, it's the second treble, chain 3, 1 single crochet into the next single crochet stitch, chain 3. So the last single crochet is worked into the turning chain. If you have trouble going through the 4th chain, you can just work right into the space. So right here into the top of the turning chain, work 1 single crochet. Row 5, chain 1 and turn into this same single crochet stitch, work 1 single crochet, chain 2. Right here where you see 2 single crochet stitches, you're going to work your cluster of 4 treble crochet stitches. Chain 2, 1 single crochet in the next single crochet stitch, chain 2, 4 treble crochets in the next single crochet stitch, chain 2, 1 single crochet in the next single crochet stitch, chain 2, 4 trebles in the next single crochet stitch, chain 2, 1 single crochet into the last single crochet stitch. You're going to repeat rows 2 through 5. So you're going to repeat that until you get the length of the shrug that you need. So that is the sleeve to sleeve measurement. And then we will start working in the sleeves. Okay, so once you have the desired length, you're going to start sewing the sleeves. So when you're repeating, you should end after you complete rows 3 or 5. So you want to make sure that the right side of the work is on top. Now I sewed up to about here, and then I found that it was falling off a lot, so I sewed it higher up, like halfway up my arm up here. So it's really personal preference. So where you still have your yarn attached, you're going to fold this in, and then you can choose to work slip stitches across, or you can fasten off and use a tapestry needle. I like to just use my crochet hook. So I'm going to match up my sides here. The very first stitch here is a single crochet. I'm going to insert my hook in that stitch and then into the single crochet on the other side, and then work a slip stitch, pull it through and pull through the loop on your hook. So you're going to work slip stitches across to where you would like your sleeves to end. You can place a stitch marker right here so that you know where to stop, or you can just eyeball it. But you just want to make sure that whatever you do on this side, you will repeat the same amount of stitches for this side. When you're going through the stitches, make sure you grab 2 loops. It's just more secure that way. So here's a stitch here, and then the other side, work your slip stitch. So I've worked 8 slip stitches here. I'm going to fasten off. And then I'm going to do the same for this side. You can fasten on however you like. I'm just going to tie a knot to my tail here. So align the 2 together. I'm going to start with this very first corner, this right there, insert my hook, and then to the other side. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through. And then you're going to do the same for this side. Just make sure that you measure it to make sure it's the same length of slip stitches. So I have 8 slip stitches and they're pretty much the same size, same length. Okay, so now you want to flip your piece right side out. Alright, now we're going to work single crochet stitches all the way around, and you want to start on the bottom. That'll keep your single crochet stitches on the right side of the work. Again, you're going to be working on the side so it's not obvious that there are stitches there for you to work through. Just do the best you can. Try to work them evenly. Again, go through 2 loops if you're going into the stitches itself, which are the chain stitches or the treble crochet stitches. Alright, so I've worked single crochets as evenly as I can all the way around, and when you get to the beginning, you just want to join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Then you can fasten off and weave in your ends. So just make sure you weave in all of your ends. Alright, so there is your shrug. This is your sleeves. So you stick your hand in there and you're done. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos. I'll see you next time.